What's going on YouTube, James here? Welcome back to James Talks Movies, where today I'm going to be reviewing the highly anticipated sequel to the beloved 2016 animated Pixar movie Inside Out, which of course is called Inside Out 2. Now, I know this movie kind of came out quite a while ago, and I know lots of people have already came on YouTube and talked about their thoughts already and stuff like that. I actually did see this movie opening day. I was very excited to see it. If you guys have seen my video I did a couple months ago telling my top 5 most anticipated movies of this year, this movie was on top of the list. But the reason I kind of didn't review this movie is just because of family visiting and stuff like that has kind of gotten in the way. But because of me not reviewing this movie right away, I have seen this movie twice, which does stamp my opinion. It tells me that this movie, I do believe that this movie is as good as I think it is. There's not a lot I can say about this movie that a lot of people already haven't. The main plot of this movie is Riley, who we followed in the first movie, is now a teenager. She was 11 in the first movie, and now she's like 13, 14 in this movie, and she's entering high school, and she basically is joining a hockey team. If you've seen the first movie, you would know that Riley is in love with hockey. That's her favorite sport, and so going into high school, she really wants to get more in a new hockey team and kind of get better at the sport. And there is this really well-known hockey team that Riley knows of, called like the Red Hawks or something like that she's very excited to join. However, her friends that she's grown up with is on a different team, and they're forming their own team. And so she kind of has to decide which team to kind of join and kind of how to juggle doing her own thing while also keeping her relationships with her friends, which is kind of a simple plot for a movie, but it is something that all teenagers deal with. That is the main kind of premise of Inside Out, is it doesn't really focus on the plot of Riley, what's happening in Riley's life. It focuses on the emotions that Riley is feeling. It goes inside the mind to kind of visualize what it's like, how she's feeling, and why she's feeling these feelings. Just to kind of tell you guys my thoughts on the first movie really quick. I feel like I really like the first movie. It's one of my favorite Pixar films. It's very silly, really funny in nature, making fun of how these emotions act and kind of interact with each other, which makes it really entertaining for kids and really accessible for kids to get the messages of the movie. But it's also very poignant and very mature for older audiences to, like for the first movie, it's talking about like it's okay to be sad. Sometimes being sad or being angry or being upset really helps. It will help you overcome your fears and anxiety and stuff like that if you hit it dead on. That message just really struck a chord with me in the first movie. But then you have the second movie, which takes it another step further. You have Riley growing up, and the puberty alarm goes off. Now, the puberty alarm obviously means that headquarters, which is the main part of the brain that is visualized in the movies, is getting invaded by new emotions. And these new emotions include like anxiety, embarrassment, ennui, which is French for boredom, and envy. And they're all coming in to kind of take over our control panel in a sense, and kind of she has to deal with these new emotions when going into her journey in the movie. So yeah, I was very excited when going to see this movie, and this movie definitely did not disappoint. You have just as poignant and mature of a movie as the first one, maybe even more because it's dealing with such heavy topics. I know that this movie kind of follows teenagers, and Riley is a teenager and kind of follows that demographic with her character, but anxiety and a lot of the other emotions that are portrayed in Inside Out and this new Inside Out movie are emotions that a lot of people actually do deal with. Even adults, even older people, even everyone. Especially the main emotion that is portrayed in Inside Out 2, which is anxiety, who is played by Maya Hawke in here. And Maya Hawke does a really good job of playing anxiety, I feel like, because you have a character that's very outgoing, very energetic, will not stop talking, kind of gets annoying in your head because it just kind of keeps going, kind of stops you and kind of doesn't let you do anything because it's kind of making you feel for what's to come in the future. And I feel like that the visualizations of not only Anxiety's character, but all the other characters like ennui and embarrassment and envy and all of them are just very well done to the point of it does also make sense for kids, the subject matter that it's actually dealing with. Not the way it explains it, but the actual subject matter is very thought-provoking for the older audience. And it just does a really good job of being a family movie and being a movie for the older audience. And I just feel like we don't get movies like that often, that kids and adults will watch this movie and both get, to a certain extent, kind of what the movie is about and the main message. I feel like that this movie would also be a really good discussion point for after the movie. Kids will probably have questions because they love these characters and kind of might be curious about what this thing meant that this character was feeling, or what the other thing meant that the other character was feeling. And adults will pretty easily be able to kind of explain to their kids, like re-explain to their kids what these what the movie was portraying, because the movie does a really good job of explaining it. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Most of the original cast is back. I know that Mindy Kaling and Bill Hader were two original cast members who didn't come back for this movie. They played Fear and Disgust, and they didn't come back for financial reasons. But the two new voice actors that they got to play them, Tony Hale and Liza Lapierre, they do a really good job in here. But other than that, most of the original cast is back. You have Louis Black, Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, all of them. And yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed Inside Out 2. What did you guys think of Inside Out 2? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below.